Okay, guys, we are officially recording. All recordings are going to be inside of the classroom section, and then you guys will be able to have 24-hour access to it. If you are a part of the Lazy Money Academy, then you'll be able to have unlimited access to it. You'll be able to go back and re-watch the live, guys. I'm so excited we have this here now. A lot of people inside of our community are brand new to digital products. A lot of you guys are struggling with getting sales. A lot of you guys just don't know what to post. It's like we're going to start with the basics. So we're going to start from A to Z on these slides, okay? And every day we're going to be talking about something different so that you guys can move forward in your business as well. All right, guys? So today's topic is going to be, what the hell is a digital product? Like, you hear this all the time, digital product. You guys hear digital marketing, which I don't understand why people promote. I guess it's because it's like the trendy and buzzword type of thing where people are promoting digital marketing and not specifically what is underneath the umbrella of digital marketing. Is you have to think of digital marketing like a whole umbrella. And then underneath that umbrella, you have like the I think they're called like spokes or something like that hold the umbrella up. So you have email marketing, you have SMS marketing, also you affiliate marketing, right? You have digital products, you have marketing with physical products, you have all different types of sectors of digital marketing underneath the umbrella. Okay, guys? So we're going to talk about what exactly specifically a digital product is, and also why it's the easiest way to start making money online, especially in 2025. All right. I don't know who I am. My name is Latoya. I am a social media strategist. I have been a full-time entrepreneur since 2019. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about my story. So in 2019, I got fired. I was working as an orthodontic assistant in Brooklyn, New York, and I got fired in 2019. Shortly after, I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm not gonna say after I left Brooklyn and I left that job, I decided that I'm never going to work for anybody again. So I stopped working for people. I didn't apply to jobs out there in Charlotte. I also was driving for Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, and Instacart. So I was doing like a lot of food deliveries and stuff like that. Also, I'm not going to lie and say that my transition from where I am now and where I want to be in the future was easy, because it wasn't. Like, I struggled a lot. I was homeless. I lived in a extended stay hotel. I lived in a car. And then eventually I literally lived outside in a tent. So my journey was not easy. Between that time in 2019 to 2021, like I said, I was doing the food deliveries, and then I moved back to New York. I moved with my cousin. She taught me how to do the microblading the eyebrows. She also taught me how to do lashes as well. I took a lash class. So I was doing that. I was still doing deliveries. And then I was doing like my other little hustles on the side. And then after that, I moved to Houston, Texas. I moved like up and down the United States a lot. So I moved to Houston, Texas, and then I opened up a cleaning company as well. So I was doing everything else that I told y'all I was doing before, plus the cleaning company. And then in 2021 is when I saw people selling like digital products and stuff online. Now, I knew about digital products, but I was like, I didn't know about digital products or how everything worked. And I got with a mentor. I spent like my last money, and I had to make payments paying her. So I had to make sure every single month that I had the money to pay for her. But I got with her, and she taught me how to do like funnels and stuff, how to create the content, what type of content I needed, what to say, things like that, like what each platform needed at the time and things like that. So I started doing that. In the beginning, it was slow. Before I met her, to be honest, it was slow because I was being mad cheap and I did not want to pay anybody. But then once I met her, things started picking up a little bit. And then after that, I was doing the digital products, and I'm still doing it till this day. Up until this day, my dog, she died in 2024. So December of 2024, I decided to move out of the United States in January before Donald Trump got into office, because I already knew what was going to happen. So I left the United States in January. I'm currently in Mexico. I've been in Mexico ever since. And I've just been traveling around the world, just making money on my phone. And that's it, on social media. So today I want to talk about, because we have so many new people that don't know what digital products are, I want to talk about why it's the best time for you guys to start your digital product business, okay? Especially, I just did a video on TikTok, guys. 2 million, and it's probably even more than that, 2 million Americans are on unemployment right now. Like, they do not have anywhere to work. And then they just released a statistic, a job thing, and they said that only 22,000 jobs were added to the job list in August of this year. So there's approximately, they say, 330 million Americans in America. 2 million of those are without a job, they're unemployed, and only 22,000 jobs were added. The math is not mathing, right? So we got to figure out different ways so that we're able to create an extra income for us, whether we want this to be our full-time income or a side business or whatever you got going on, you still need an extra income. And getting a second job is stupid and pointless at this point, okay? All it's going to do is burn you out, and it's not going to give you a return on your investment. You cannot pass any of these jobs down to your children, all right, y'all? So let's get into it. Let's see. I feel like most of us, we were taught to go to school, get a degree, get a job, but nobody has ever told us that there's a way to create something that we can do. We can sell like one time, but we can create like one time either on our laptop, our iPad, our phone, whatever the case may be, and then flip that money over and over and over again, okay? So I'm gonna break down what a digital product actually is so that you guys can understand it. Then we're going to talk about why it's the easiest way to start making money online. You don't need to have a degree or any fancy skills or anything like that. And you definitely don't need to be shipping anything. So it's way different from a physical product business where you actually have to have the product in hand. And then I'm going to also give you guys some examples that you can create this week without even, having to stress out or anything like that. And then I'll walk you through how to actually start like tonight. I don't want nobody talking about, I'm going to wait until Monday, I'm gonna wait until the 15th. No, if you're saying that, that means that you're not going to wait until nothing. You're not doing anything. Okay. So also we're going to talk about the what to post when you need sales by Friday ebook bundle as well, if you guys have not grabbed it. All right. So I don't do much motivational talks. If you guys have ever attended my live before, or if you're just now attending, then I don't really do that motivational talk stuff because I don't do it often because I feel like that's just hyping people up and they still don't do nothing. Like you need action now. So I'm just going to give you guys the strategies and give you guys everything that you need. So a digital product is, what is going on here? Hold on. My thing just went blank. Did somebody else come in? No. I don't know why my thing just went blank like that. Okay, so a digital product is basically something that you create one time, okay? So you, like I said, either your computer, your phone, your iPad, whatever the case may be. This could be an ebook, this could be a template, a course, an audio file as well, a PDF, it does not matter, a Notion template. These are all considered digital products. So what you do with it is you create it, you can do it on Canva. There's also a website, it's called Kittl. I've been testing it out. I haven't really gotten into it, but it's similar to Canva. And it's more, there's a lot of AI on it. Have you heard of it, Brian? Kittl?
Yeah, you're talking right.
Okay. Do you use it? Have you used it before?
I haven't used it, but I'm into mine. Use it. It's legit.
Okay.
If you get the time, seriously, check it out.
I have heard of it, but I did sign up for an account, but I haven't really like looked into it to talk much about it. But I did hear good things about it, though. I have heard good things about it. And then you guys can just create your digital product on one of those platforms, and then you save it as a file. You upload it online. Then you start doing the marketing. You find your target audience. What I usually tell people as well is find the people first before you start promoting and before you even create anything. You need to find people who want to buy what you have to offer, because too many times people are creating all of this stuff. Then they're like, oh, I created this, but I can't sell it. Well, that's because you didn't find a group of people that wanted to actually buy your stuff. Okay, so do it backwards. Don't create the product first. I want you guys to find the people first. You can even have them sign up for a waiting list, a pre-order list as well, so that you're able to collect your money. And then you'll tell them like, okay, today is Wednesday, September 10th. In 2 weeks, I'm dropping this product. You guys can pre-order it here, and people will start paying for it before you even release the product. That way you can get to know your target market, right? You can do your market research, see what they want, ask them questions, get the answers that they want, so that whatever answers that they give you, you can put that information inside of the product. All right, y'all? Then you just sell it over and over, market it, promote it, and sell it over and over on repeat. All right. So if you ever made a Google document, if you ever made a resume, lots of us have made resumes, especially in the past for jobs and things like that. That is considered a digital product. There's people that get paid to create resumes for people, people who get paid to create cover letters for people. You already created a digital product. If you created a resume, you just didn't get paid for it, right? You just did it for free. All right. So if you ever shared a meal plan or something like that, or a workout routine in a group chat or anything like that, those are also considered digital products. All right. So digital products are anything that's literally digital online, something that you cannot physically touch. Like this is a mosquito zapper. You guys can, I can physically touch this. So this is considered a physical product. Okay. So what's supposed when you need sales by Friday ebook bundle, that is considered a digital product. You cannot physically touch it. Okay. Unless you print it out. All right. So if you also ever put together a checklist, right? Even if it's not something that's considered professional, if you did like a checklist inside of your notes app on your iPhone or anything like that, that's also considered a digital product. All right, guys. So there's a difference. The difference is that some people, they just give away their digital products for free and they don't even know it. And other people, we upload it to either our beacons, our stand store. I know, Brian, you have Etsy, things like that, and we get paid for it. All right. And then we let these payments hit us while we're in our sleep as well, pay us while we're sleeping. So the beauty of digital products is that they can literally be anything that solves a problem for people. So if you can give a solution to somebody and wrap it up in a product and an offer and sell to people, then you're going to be able to start making money. Because being an entrepreneur in general, not just digital products and all of that other stuff, but any type of entrepreneur is solving problems for people. You have to be able to solve problems for people. All right. So I know some of you guys might be thinking also, because I get this a lot, that, oh, Latoya, I don't have a huge audience. I don't have 10,000 followers. Number one, I don't even know why you guys still believe that you need 10,000 followers to make money. That's crazy. That's a lot. Okay. It's 2025. There's mad people online that have 100,000, 50,000 followers and they're making $0 and 0 cents. So let's just forget about that. Okay. You might also be thinking that, oh, I don't have an audience. I'm not an expert in anything. The good thing about it is you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert. If you have knowledge in something, if you know something, even if you're just getting started with something and you're able to actually start what you're doing, then you are already ahead of so many people that did not get started. There's so many people that's still stuck on step 0. They're so scared to get started. If you already started and you got over that hurdle, then you're already ahead of somebody. That doesn't make you an expert, but that makes you somebody who knows how to go from being scared to start to actually posting a video. There's so many people still stuck on that step 0. So you don't have to be an expert at all. Okay. Some of you guys may also be thinking that I don't know where to start. That is where these trainings come in. These live trainings come in to help you. And not only when you come to these live trainings, you need to actually take action. So you can consume everything you want, right? You can go on YouTube, you can go on Google, you can get all the free stuff that you want. But if you're not doing anything with what you consume, then you're not going to make any money with it, right? You have to take action. And there's plenty of people who will buy stuff. And I used to be that type of person. I'm not even gonna hold you. I used to buy mad courses, mad products and stuff like that, and just let it just sit there in my email or go through half of it, not even half of it, maybe like 1 or 2 modules, and that's it, and let it sit in there and be like, oh, this is not working. Yeah, because I wasn't doing nothing. That's why. All right. So you'll get the information. It's your job to execute. Nobody's going to force you to execute anything. You have to do it on your own. Let me see. Okay. So another thing is that experts, they tend to overcomplicate things. Like people who, not everybody, obviously, but a lot of people that consider themselves experts, they tend to want things to be perfect. They tend to want to overcomplicate things. When you're a beginner, your mind is fresh. So you're more open to learning new things. It's the same thing as when you start a job and you have somebody that's been at the job for like 20 years, right? And the person, they think they know everything. You know, nobody can tell me nothing. I've been here for 20 years and blah, blah, blah. Versus you just come in as a new person. Now your antennas are up. Your eyes are open. You're learning about every single thing, like, right? You're a sponge. You become a sponge to your environment and learning what people are doing, what the procedures are, what you have to do, things like that, compared to somebody who's been in the game way longer than you. And they already think they have leverage and they know everything about it, right? When there's always, as long as you're living on this planet Earth, there's always more things that you can learn. It doesn't matter if you're 99 or you're 29. It does not matter. All right. So beginners are most likely to win because they keep it simple. They don't overcomplicate things. All right. Another thing is that people don't care how many pages are in your ebook. They don't care how many modules. They don't care about any of that stuff. They want a solution to their problem. We're going back to that, right? They want to see what the transformation actually is that you're going to give them. Can you take me from point A to point B? Can you take me from step 1 to step 10? That's what I care about. I don't care that it has 5 million pages. I'm not going to read all of that stuff anyway, right? I don't care that it has, 5 stars or whatever the case may be. Is this going to solve my problem? What can this product do for me? That's what you guys have to start thinking about. All right. So, just to keep it plain and simple for you guys, a digital product is information, knowledge, or resources packaged into a file that you can sell over and over and over again. That's what a digital product is. All right. So, let's see. The next section we're going to go into is why digital products are the easiest way to start online in 2025. So now that you guys know what a digital product is, I want to get into why it's the easiest way to start online right now. Because I know some of you guys are sitting here or watching the replay and you're saying that, I've tried other side hustles. Some people have tried drop shipping. I've done drop shipping before on eBay and Amazon when I was in college. It was really good at the time. Now it's a little bit more competitive, but at the time it was really good. If you do decide to do drop shipping, anybody who's watching this, I do highly, highly, highly recommend that you learn how to drive traffic to your store. If you don't know how to drive traffic to your store, don't even bother, because you're going to be sitting there with no sales. All right. It's definitely possible, but you just have to know how to drive that traffic to your store. And then you may be saying, I tried other things, nothing stuck. And I'm going to tell you why digital products is different. So number one is no inventory, right? So if you have a boutique, you have to buy stock. You have to buy lashes. Like with my cousin, she does lashes. She has a service-based business, and she also does classes as well. No, she does the brows, not the lashes. She has a service-based business, and she does the brows. She also has classes as well. So she has to physically be inside of her shop. She has to physically buy her stock, right? Her brow pencils, her tattoo gun that she has that she does the brows with. She has to buy that stuff. She has to pay for rent at her shop as well. Like she has to buy everything. And with a digital product, your inventory is literally, guys, a file online, like a file that you open up in your inbox, a file that you open up inside of your community that you have, and it does not expire. So it doesn't expire. It doesn't collect dust or anything like that. You guys don't have to have millions of boxes in your living room or have a warehouse or storage or anything like that. The second thing is that there's no shipping headaches. So you don't have to worry about somebody saying, oh, my stuff got lost in the mail. If the person didn't get their file sent to their inbox, just send it again. It's not that serious. It takes less than 2 minutes to resend it, right? Or redirect them to your community where you have your products. Like I have some of my products here in the school community, right? And I like that because it's all in one type of situation. All right, y'all? So you upload it once, people buy from you, and then it gets delivered almost instantly, okay? And this can happen inside of your sleep, all right? The third thing is that it's low to zero startup costs, right? So most businesses, they want you to invest hundreds or thousands of dollars up front in order to start. And with digital products, you guys can start with Canva. You can start creating your stuff inside of Canva, right? Google is free. Google Docs is free. You can create a PDF in Google Docs. You can even create a slideshow in Google Slides as well. You can use Excel or Google Sheets as well. Gumroad, to upload your digital product onto Gumroad to actually start getting sales. That is free until you start making your payments. They don't take any money out on Gumroad until you start making your payments, until you start getting sales, I mean. Same thing with, what is it called? Beacons. I use Beacons as well. Same thing with Beacons, guys. You guys, they have a $0 plan, they have a $10 plan, and a $30 plan. If you don't have any money or you tight on money, just use the $0 plan, guys. You can easily upload your stuff on there, and then once you get paid, once you make a sale, that's when they take the money out, okay? StanStore, you can use StanStore as well, but you have to pay. They have a 14-day free trial with StanStore, and then you have to pay either a $29 monthly fee or a $99 monthly fee for StanStore, okay? So those are the three that I know of and that I recommend for beginners. Once you guys start making money, and if you want to upgrade your systems, I recommend Samcart. There's one called Samcart. They have really good conversions on Samcart, and I also recommend Go High Level. I'm thinking of switching to Go High Level. All right, guys. So that is that. Then the fourth thing is scalability, right? So let's say that you drive for Uber. You can only drive and do a few rides at a time. I think you can do carpooling now with Uber, but before you could only do one ride at a time, right? So if you work overtime, that means that it's still only a few dollars that you can make with that. There's a cap at that, okay? But with digital products, you can sell it to one person. You can sell it to 100 people or 10,000 people at the same exact time. You can have your ads running. You can have your content running for you, right? Your emails being sent out to multiple people at one time. You'll have sales coming in from this way, everywhere you'll have sales coming in. So that means that there's no extra effort. There's damn sure no clocking in at all, okay? And there's no type of extra stress that you do not need. All right, guys. Now, I want to talk about how people talk about how digital products are passive income. And oh gosh, I'll be getting on people sometimes. Sometimes when my mad spirit takes me, I'll be getting on people because I'm gonna talk about two things. Number one, don't believe the hype when people say that, oh, it only took me 1 to 2 hours or 2 to 3 hours to make some money. No. Okay. Especially if you're brand new, you never even heard of a digital product. Guys, I've been selling digital products online full time for since 2021. Okay. So it's about to be 4 years. By the end of this year, it's going to be 4 years. I still do not even take 1 to 2 to 3 hours, okay, to do everything that I need to do to make money with digital products. Unless you have a team working for you and you are like damn near hands off, then you can say that. But if you're doing everything by yourself, even if you have like one assistant, one VA, something like that, it's still not going to take you 2 to 3 hours a day unless you're just not making any money. Okay. So, and the next thing I want to talk about is passive. A lot of people will say that, oh, I'm making passive income with digital products. Yes, you can make passive income with digital products. But again, especially in the beginning, you're not making no passive income. So don't believe these people out here, especially with these popular courses, when they be talking about, just to get you to buy the course, talking about, oh, it's passive income. You know, you only have to work 2 to 3 hours, 1 to 2 hours a day, and that's it. I know a lot of people, they have came to me in my inbox and said that, girl, this is not taking 1 to 2 hours. This is like taking all day long. Okay. And it doesn't have to take all day if you have the correct strategies and you know what to do and you do have patience and discipline. But if you don't know what you're doing, yes, it can take all day long. Okay. So 1 to 2 hours as a beginner, passive income as a beginner, not realistic at all. All right. So I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you guys and say none of that type of stuff, because at the end of the day, that's going to come back on me and I don't have time to be spoiling up my name. All right. So the next thing is what you're already doing. So if you're not creating content already, you're consuming content. Okay. You're either creating or you're consuming. Those are the only two options, creating or consuming. If you're consuming content and you're not creating, then you're going to want to, flip that around. Okay. So you're going to want to go towards more of the creator side versus the consumer side, especially if you want to make money. Okay. Consuming content is not going to help you make money at all. And I'm not talking about just like, for me, I show my face. A lot of people, they don't like to show their face for whatever reasons they have. There's a multitude of reasons people don't want to show their face, which is fine. You don't have to show your face to make money. There's plenty of faceless people out here. They don't even show, you don't know who they are behind the screen. Okay. And they're making their money. Okay. So be the creator and not the consumer. You need to be posting online, like posting online and engaging with people, not posting one time, turning off the phone, then start scrolling through TikTok or Instagram or Threads or whatever the case may be and just forget about everything else. No, you need to be engaging with people online. You need to be commenting. You need to be more so commenting than liking, because liking is not going to get you noticed either online. It's more so commenting. Okay. And networking with people. You need to be giving people advice on anything that it is. Even if you're not here, even if you're in this group and you don't even want to learn about how to become a digital marketer or anything like that. Let's say that you're selling, let me see an example. I know somebody in here, she sells candles, and I was helping her with her digital products so that she'll be able to have her digital products on top of her physical products. And we were doing an affirmations. We was doing a bundle for her affirmations. We also did a playlist as well. She has a playlist. And then we did a care guide. I think there was something else. It was like 4 things inside of her bundle, right? That has nothing to do with digital marketing at all. That has to do with her candles, right? So even if you're not here, if you're here and you're not specifically focusing on the digital marketing aspect of it, if you have something else going on, then all of this stuff, it still applies to you as well. All right. Okay. So digital products, they beat every other side hustle at this point. So DoorDash, like I said, that costs gas money. That's, you got to do maintenance on your car. Hair and nails. If you do hair and nails, you have to trade your time for money because you have to be at the shop. You have to be working physically on clients in order to get money. And then at some point, you're either going to become burned out. There's a lot of people in the beauty industry. They have, they do hair, they do nails, they do lashes and stuff. And they have a saying, it's called that, like, they want to get from behind the chair, right? So you're going to be burnt out. And then you can only take a limited amount of clients per day before the day is gone, right? Then, let's see. Oh, Uber. as Uber as well, right? So with Uber, you have to deal with strangers getting inside of your car, things like that. And I've been hearing some crazy stories, even with Uber. So that's even a risk in itself, right? And that is something that you physically have to have somebody inside of your vehicle, like the person is literally behind you. All right, y'all. So I am not here to give you guys any type of, I want to say, like, get rich quick type of thing, because I don't believe in that. And I also don't believe in overnight success. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work if you want to see results. You have to put in the work if you want to be able to succeed, right? My goal is to become a 7-figure entrepreneur. So I am putting in the work. If your goal, even if it's not to become a 7-figure entrepreneur, if your goal is to become a 6-figure entrepreneur, right? Even if you want to make $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, a lot of people like that number, $10,000 months, you have to put in the work. Okay. And they say that your hardest task is getting from 0 to 100,000, because that is the phase where you are proving yourself to people. After 100,000, it becomes easier because you're working on systems and automations and you have more of a recognition. All right. So if you guys are trying to go beyond 100,000 or get to 100,000, I just want to let you guys know that as well. So compared to every single thing else out there, the simplest, fastest, most low risk way to finally break the cycle is to start with digital products. Okay. And I'm gonna just tell you guys again, you don't need, especially starting out, you do not need 100,000 followers. You don't even need 10,000 followers. Okay. You don't need immediately a $5,000 course, which is what I paid. That's the course that I had to make payments every single month. And that was $997 per month. Okay. I was scraping by getting that money. You don't need that immediately. If you want to level up and scale in the future, once you start making money, then of course, spend your money on that. That's an investment. But in the beginning, you don't need that much. Okay. You don't need investors. So you don't have to go and borrow anything from anybody or get any type of loans or things like that in order to create digital products. You just need one product, one solution, one client avatar. Okay. One product, one solution, and one client avatar. That is all you need. Okay. And then it's just repeat after that. So let's see. The next section is going to be about, okay, so this, I want to just say that this is not just about having money, right? It's about what not having that money, it actually does to you. So if you are somebody who grew up without a lot of money, right? Or what people would consider poor, or whatever the case may be, low income, however you want to phrase it as, right? You have, most likely you have a reason. You have a particular reason why you want to be able to make whatever the number is that you want to make, whether it's taking care of your kids, taking care of retiring your parents and taking care of them. Maybe it's doing something for yourself as well. Whatever the case may be, you want a better life for yourself. I feel like it's like that pit in your stomach, like when your card, and I've been through these types of situations before. You go to the store, your card declines at the store when you're at the cash register. You got a whole long line behind you watching you as the cashier says that your card declines, things like that, right? It's the excuses that you make when your friends, they invite you guys out, right? And you say that, oh, that I'm busy. But you're not really busy and you want to attend the function. But the thing is, you just really can't afford it, right? You don't want to be the friend that's sitting there like, oh, well, damn, I can't pay for my part of the bill or whatever the case may be, or I'm not going to split the bill because I know that I cannot afford it, right? It's also refreshing your bank app, 3 times a day. Guys, I have been through all of this, okay? Refreshing your Stripe, refreshing your PayPal if you use PayPal, your bank account, right? Just hoping and praying that the number is going to change, right? So it's the stress, it's the embarrassment, it's the quiet panic that you carry around every single day, like not knowing what is going to be next. And that is the real cost of not having something that makes you money on autopilot, okay? And struggle is expensive. Struggle is expensive, okay? It is not cheap. And I tell people all the time, you got to pick your battles. Either you're going to struggle and it be hard, or you're going to try to make some money and it be hard, because either way, it's going to be hard. So why not try to make some money and go through the hard times making that money? At least at the end, your result is going to be, and your reward is going to be greater than sitting in a struggle type of mentality, in a place of struggle where it's the same cycle over and over and over again. Nothing is going to change. All right. So you got to pick your heart. You're either going to struggle or you're going to get to the bag. And that's just it. All right. So I want you guys to just think of it as no more overdraft fees that's happening, no more late charges, no more borrowing money, right? And paying it back with interest, or just feeling embarrassed that you have to borrow money in the first place, right? And think about your health, not only what it does to you with your bills and things like that. Just think about your mental health. That type of stuff takes a toll on your mental health, right? Think about your relationships that you have. A lot of people, they have arguments in their relationships, whether it's family, friends, intimate partners, whatever the case may be, because of money. All right. Think about how it makes you feel at night when you have to go to sleep and you know that you don't have that money in your account, when you wake up and you still don't have that money in your account. All right. So you already know the cycle. Friday comes, you get your paycheck or you don't. Your bills, they're going to come regardless, right? Then your paycheck is already gone before Monday even arrives, right? Because you had to sit there all week long, all 2 weeks long, just to get that one paycheck and pay everything. And now you don't have no money, right? So instead of fixing the root problem, you tell yourself, I'm going to figure it out next week. I'm going to figure it out when my next check comes, right? But then next week, it never comes. It's just more stress, more scrambling, and just more wishing, okay? And with the ebook bundle, the what to post when you need sales, somebody just hit me up on Reddit. The what to post when you need sales by Friday ebook bundle, guys, it's going to show you what type of content that you're going to be able to create. I'll even show you guys on here what type of content that you're going to be able to create. So I do the attract, nurture, and niche type of content. So the attraction type of content, that's going to be the content that gets people into your world, okay? That's going to be the content that gets people to your page. Get people curious about who you are. Who is this person that's over here saying these things? Let me check this person out. Let me check out what else they have to offer, right? And when you do your attraction content, make sure that you have other content on your page. Don't let that be the only piece of content that you have, because people are naturally curious and they're going to want to know. Okay. Your niche content, your nurture content is going to be next. So that's the content that's going to make people trust you, right? Make people become more relatable to you as well. And then your niche content is going to be AKA conversion content, the content that converts into money, into sales, or to get people to click and click in action, is going to be the content that is going to fill up your bank account, right? That's going to get those people to follow you. So I've always learned with social media, and I told you guys this inside of the post, social media is just a meeting place, okay? Social media is a meeting place. So you want to get the people to your page. Then as soon as you can, you want to get them off of the social media platforms as well. All right, y'all? So let's see. I also give you guys 5 types of content inside of the what to post when you need sales by Friday ebook bundle. Okay, yeah. So I give you guys 5 types of content as well, okay? One of the pieces of content that I give you guys is your problem content. That is one thing, your problem post, right? So you want to call out your specific target audience, your specific ideal client's pain point. What is the problem that they're having? What are they struggling with? What is their pain point that they're having, right? Then the next thing you want to do is start showing receipts. That's another type of post that you guys can do. And you guys see people doing this all the time. They talk about how much money they made. They talk about how many views they've gotten. Those are all considered testimonials, receipts, things like that. Then I give you guys 3 other types of content, pieces of content that you guys can post as well that will guide people to your page, get them to trust you, and then be able to check out with you as well. All right, guys. So this is why I am just so passionate about digital products and just teaching other people about digital products. Because number one, I know the struggle. I've been through the struggle. I've also didn't have any money. Like, I barely had any money to my name. Plenty of times my account was on negative. Like, I didn't have no type of money to be spending. Okay. And I know sometimes, especially in this economy, before it was a little bit simpler. I don't want to say it was easier, but it was a little bit more simpler. But things have changed a lot, especially since Donald Trump has been in office. Guys, that man is not playing. I'm telling y'all now. That man, when he came in, the stuff that he said he was going to do, he did it within days. Okay? Days he was signing off. And the man is not stopping anytime soon. And it has not even been a whole year since he's been in office. So if you're still in the United States, you need to decide what you're going to do. We're not putting our heads in the sand. We're not going to sit here and lie to ourselves and talk about that it's not happening, because it's already happening, okay? There's nothing else you can do but decide to make more money. And a lot of people don't like when I say this and they say that I'm lying. 2 things. Number one, we're already in a recession. If you look up the numbers and you do your research, when the economy is down, that's when people start coming up, okay? You can literally become a millionaire when the economy is down in a recession. Look at the numbers, look at the history, okay? 2008 recession, count how many people became a millionaire, okay? During COVID, even though that wasn't an official recession, the economy was down. How many people were able to start their businesses and become a millionaire? Do your research if you don't believe me, okay? But I'm telling y'all, in a down economy, you're able to get ahead. And people who have businesses or start businesses, they have more opportunities than people who are working a 9 to 5. That's just facts. The second thing is, a lot of people don't like when I say it, but The Republicans, there's Republicans inside of the office, okay? If you don't know that, there's Democrats and there's Republicans. Republicans, they love businesses. They love businesses. They love business owners. So use it to your advantage, whether you like Trump, whether you don't like him. I don't care what your political views or asks or points are. Use it to your advantage. That's what you need to do. Inflation is already high. The cost of living is crazy, okay? Food, eggs cost like $15, $12. Why? Why? What happened to the eggs to make them cost that much? That's crazy. Like everything is sky high. Use what you can to your advantage. And I'm giving you guys the tools. I'm giving you guys the whatever that you need in order to be able to be successful. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're actually going to do it. It's not easy. It's not hard. It's simple, and it requires a lot of dedication, discipline. You might have to say no to going out on the weekends, right? You shouldn't even be going out anyway if you're broke. That's just common sense, right? So you might have to say no to people when they want you to come to birthday parties and all of that stuff, just so you can build yourself up so that in the future, a year from now, a year and a half from now, you'll be able to have that money to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. You'll be in a much better place. All right, guys? So I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys have any questions, let me know. You can drop your questions in the chat. I don't know how it works after I put up this replay. I'm not sure how it's going to work as far as the questions, because this is my first time recording live in the school community. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. And I'll be on live tomorrow again.